Welcome to episode 10 of the Graveyard House. In this episode, we're going to put in a new floor, going to go over some electrical stuff. We're going to take a close look at Ken's beautiful chimney covering here that you could see in the background. Going to also rip out the bathroom upstairs with Mike. If you haven't been following along, this is a house that I bought with my business partner in March of 2023. We call it the Graveyard House because right across the street, you can't see out the window now, but it's dark. There's a small graveyard that's on the property, 13 acres, old farmhouse, trying to bring it back to life. I bought it basically as is with the gut inside, and we've been fixing up the foundation primarily, built this whole back area, which has been put on construction hold while Ken does the chimney. The chimney is basically done now, so upcoming episodes we're going to pull the scaffolding off, and then this room will start getting kicked back into action again. Once the scaffolding's down, I'm going to start putting in the ceiling. Ceiling is going to be a vaulted drop ceiling with a couple of collar ties, some puck lighting, some tasteful tiny puck lighting, chandelier of some tastefulness we've yet to pick out.
And this is going to be the only bathroom in the house, or are you putting another one?
Right below it, I want to do another one.
Another one. Are you now? Let me ask something. Is that going to be a full bath?
Maybe a shower, stand-up shower, not a...
Right, 3/4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Downstairs, maybe more modern. Up here, just vintage.
Okay.
Yeah.
Whatever you want.
Because I ended up getting a big clawfoot tub, like a long one.
Right.
They're hard to find, the big ones.
You just got to get them re-enameled, or it's good.
It's in really good shape.
Is it? Oh,
it's not perfect, but it's not bad.
Just let me know when you put that in, because I'm going to make sure I'm going to work that day. You ever fucking handle a 12-foot tub?
Yeah, I moved it when I bought it.
Yeah,
I bought it on Facebook Market about a year ago.
Those motherfuckers are heavy. That. You know what the easy way is?
Break them.
Yeah. There is no easy way.
All right. What do you see?
This is exactly what not to do. See this here? They tiled right onto Luan, it looks like.
Not like a hardy board.
No, you gotta seal the corners, you gotta seal down low, you're gonna have water damage. It's gonna rot over time. I mean, it's gonna leak through the grout lines after a certain amount of time. I guarantee when we pull this out, it's all black mold on that plywood.
So what would you have done? You'd have to pull everything out and start over.
We have to start it all over. We're gonna reframe. Well, this is gonna be reframed, and then we're gonna restud this, and then that gets hardy backer. Not
right.
Either Durock, which I don't like Durock, but hardy backer. It's a little more dense, and then that gets like you take the corners, silicone.
So what I probably want to do in here is make it look like a 1940s bathroom, still with a clawfoot tub.
You're never gonna see that again, but it's got to be done the right way.
But I mean, maybe like a subway tile on most of the walls.
Like a chair rail. Like a chair rail of tile.
Like subway tile there down.
Correct.
And then like wallpaper up. Something like that.
Yeah. Whatever you want to do.
And then maybe even I would like to see like a 1940s floor too.
Yeah, well, I can put that in. It's
like the little...
Tile, yeah.
Like the little hexagons or something?
Yes. Well, once we rip this up, we'll see the floor. We'll see how flat it is. I'll mud the floor.
Right.
I'll pull it and we'll mud set the I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
We'll put that in.
They come in like this 12-inch sheets.
Yeah. But I'll mud set that because I'll make it dead flat.
Yeah. Okay.
So we when I had my business, I didn't do this. We didn't do rip outs. I didn't like we had Billy rip outs, we used to call him. We're redoing the bathroom downstairs. He ripped that out, we're redoing it. He's doing one upstairs, and he fucking waxed this. And I had just come upstairs, and he fucking standing there like this, and Pete's hit him, cut his artery, right? And he's like, I'm looking at him like this, like in shock. I'm like, oh shit, and he's like splattering it, and he goes, what the f*** is that? I went, oh shit! And I had to grab his arm like this and stick my finger in it like this. I'm like, you cut yourself. He's like, oh shit!
He didn't know he cut it.
Had no idea. He was fucking splattering, and he's like, where the fuck is that coming from? And he turned like this and looked at me, and I just dove on his arm. Billy rip outs. fix the newel post. What movie is that from? Christmas Vacation. And that's that.
I personally think the chimney looks done. Ken has a lot more prep work to do the final finish on the surface. He's going to blow it out. He's going to clean it off with some materials, some chemicals, and it's going to brighten up the rock. And then Ken will declare it finished. Did we get enough of the nails out of the way, or there's still some more?
I haven't hit my head on a nail yet. I pulled a couple splinters out of my hat, but not nails.
All right, we got to get a couple.
Well, yeah, when I get up here, yeah.
All right.
Probably up here because I'm going to have to, whatever I got to do, but I'm going to try and get this side once I get everything mortared in. I'm going to go down to G&H and get a few more bags. Probably not till tomorrow, but. This is where it gets a little bit tricky.
Yeah, no, I'm saying it's not gonna, but if it did break, you'd fall back onto this. This would stop there. So you're safe.
Yeah.
I'm half kidding, but you'll be fine.
Yeah. As long as I don't fall. Any news on your floor beams?
He called me the other day. They're working on them.
Oh, great.
They couldn't get 14-foot trees in for some reason.
Good.
Now it's about a month and a half since that last clip, and this is just yesterday. Ken is up there blowing out all the dust and the dirt between all of the rocks. There was some dry mortar laid in between some of the layers, and there are some gaps behind the stones, in between the stone and the cinder block. So there is lots of little bits and pieces of dried mortar. He's blowing all that out.
More nervous is that we don't want it to keep shedding all that stuff onto the hardwood floor eventually.
Right.
So the more that comes out,
The better.
the better.
Okay.
And then, so I think I'm gonna, do the top, and I'm gonna acid wash it,
Okay.
and then I'll just give it one more quick cursory because I know the acid's gonna break
Loosen.
loose a little bit more.
Okay.
I'm not gonna go really deep into the stones because I'm really gonna, maybe we'll go a little bit and then we'll move the stuff. But
Have you calculated how much weight is on that foundation we made? Guesstimate?
13 to 15 tons.
Tons.
13 to 15 tons, yeah.
Wow.
Because I put approximately 5 tons worth of mortar on there. And then the stone that I used and brought here was more than 10 tons, between 10 and 12 tons. And then
It's all
I
used
had
up.
some waste and I got some left over. But so there's 8 or 9 tons of stone on there at least.
So that foundation was a smart idea.
Well, yeah. And so with that, what we added is at least 15 tons, including that, whatever the foundation and all the mortar and concrete we put in the bottom there. Wow.
So Eaton has been having an issue with look-alike products on the market. They asked me to bring some attention to this, so please pay close attention to what Patrick and I discuss in this segment. So these are the 20 amps.
So yeah,
Just plug right in, right?
Okay, so we're looking for how to tell if this is a legitimate breaker, and it's got the Eaton branding right here. It's also embossed into the case. It says the very important, look for the UL listing. That means these are properly tested. They're going to work and be safe in your home. And then it tells you on the side also Eaton branding and the type of breaker that it is.
All right, yeah, just a quick search. I found these breakers. These are not Eaton. Why wouldn't I want to pick these?
You can tell right away that they're not a branded Eaton. They don't say Eaton on them, right? And now what they will say often is that it's a fit for the panel. That does not mean that you can use it.
Right.
They will fit in the panel. They're not safe. Don't use it. So I went through before and I showed you what makes it an authentic breaker. Just stick with the authentic breaker.
And it's the same price, so why not go for the original
I don't know
stuff?
why people would use it, other than they think it's convenient, so they order it, and they're used to ordering it online, but go to the supply houses and get the proper breaker. keep your house safe.
Make sure when you buy Eaton products, you're buying genuine Eaton products and not a look-alike. Pay close attention to the markings and the branding. Make sure that it's UL listed. Thank you, Eaton. It is cold down here.
It's nice, right?
Yeah.
I'm going to show this first, Jim. See all this crap on the floor?
Oh, yeah.
So that's already been disconnected. Like I said, low-hanging fruit. We can follow this right back to the panel. Cut that out, start with that.
We're going to pull all that straight off everything, right?
Everything's coming out.
Stripping it totally.
Basically, everything's coming out. Yep.
Yeah.
So all of this stuff, I'm just going to gut it back, take it out.
Can you tell what that is? There's a big 60-volt amp up there. I mean, it might have been a washing machine right up
Yeah,
there.
must have been like for a stove or something.
Yeah.
But the good thing is we're going to rewire everything new. So
Yeah.
we don't have to worry about much. We'll have power to all the utilities. And
Right.
then I want to put like a work outlet in every room. So
Yeah.
that you have plenty of power for all your cameras. And
Right. And then we just obviously we need an outlet for the water. That's the most important thing right now is the water pump.
water pump. We'll make sure that's,
Because Ken's doing the stonework.
yeah, we already have like a Mongol pile here.
Yeah.
We'll just create a nice scrap pile. Believe me, you get nice money for that.
I had to cut all these pipes back because of the floor, of course. When I see these, it just makes me think, and Pat, tell me if you think, it makes me think this is never, ever going to get done. When I see these pipes like this, it just makes me think,
Oh, yeah.
I might as well just walk away now.
No.
But, you
And
know,
when Mo looks at this, he's like, just get rid of it and I'll
that's exactly what that's where I was going with this. Mo was in here the other day, and you guys will meet Mo eventually. Mo was in here the other day, and he just goes, cut it all out. It's all getting replaced. The boilers, he goes, that's cool. Give it away. He goes, this is cool. We'll find someone to take it. Even though that's brand new, Mo's got a whole new plan. He said, give it away. We're not going to use that. We're going to go
It's nice working
propane.
with professionals.
We're going to go totally propane. So he's like, we don't need any of this. Cut it all out. It was painful, I must say, cutting these and being like, well, that's it. There's not going to be heat in the house until forever.
It's like you're throwing the dice. You know, you're like,
Yeah. It's like,
am I doing the right thing? But it feels right.
you got to be committed. 5,000 here, 10,000 there, 20,000 there. It's like that meme with the boat.
Yeah.
It's about 1,000. Like
It's a broken reflective. What is that going to cost me?
about 1,000.
About 1,000.
How much is it going to cost to remove that, Patrick?
This here,
About
I'll
1,000.
keep it under 1,000.
Thank you. And this tank, I don't need this tank anymore. It's full with fuel oil. Gonna have to suck it out and put it in my house. You're committed now. When you put the Sawzall through that first pipe, you're like, that's it. There's no turning back. That's probably my accountant on the phone.
And I like to take all the staples out. We leave a nice clean job in our wake.
Oh, you know, I might have a pair in my truck.
Yeah.
I found a pair in the street, believe it or not. I think they're on my little roll.
Oh, it feels so good. Demo and everything. What year is this house? 1790?
1790s, yeah.
Oh, and you can feel it.
Ken said a woman stopped by and said she was the woman who sold the house to the person I bought it from. So she's 2 owners ago. But she said the woman she bought the house from was in her 90s. It might have been a relative of hers. That woman, before she owned the house was abandoned for about 10 years. Remember when I was ripping up the floor upstairs, me and Mike came to the conclusion that the house was abandoned because there was a couple of layers of flooring that were just weathered. They still had leaves on them and stuff. All the paint was just peeled. And like the only reason a floor would look like this is because the house was completely empty and the weather was getting inside.
Wow.
Anyway, I'll learn more about that in
It's such
time.
a story. Staircase. How many people have walked down that?
And look at this. Look what's right above your head.
A tread for it.
A tread for an old set of stairs somewhere.
As I'm pulling these wires out, what I'm noticing is the clamps for the Romex, they're screwed way too tight. And that's a common mistake that people do, especially it's like a rookie move. There's no reason to secure the wire that hard, and you can pinch it and short it out.
I see.
And that creates a problem. On top of that, the staples, they send the staples in too far. They're pinching the wire at every staple point. All that staple is looking to do is hold the wire up there without squeezing it. Same thing on the clamps. And then with that now, you can get away with it sometimes. But now with these new arc fault breakers, These says this is required by code. These are AFCI, so arc fault circuit interrupter. That'll sense that tight staple or the tight clamp, and it'll trip out. And you'll have no idea where it is in your house.
Right.
So all those staples need to do is float. That cable should move a little bit underneath the staple.
Good to know.
And then you're good. So I'm going to wind up just kind of taking everything out and then gutting it. And then I'm just going to see what needs to be refed.
Yep.
Which is mostly your cameras and things like that. It's going to look like a different house without all this crappy wiring in here. We can repurpose this somewhere. You building any more buildings?
Not at this rate.
They're definitely antique. I'm thinking like, and I can also tell by the wire. Of course, the wire and this was going at the same time.
Yeah.
This is definitely like 1930,
Right.
1940. Oh, so this is this old cable. This is even older. Is this cloth jacketed cable. And this was originally what was in all the buildings when they first started wiring up. It didn't have a ground. Then they started running this cable and it did have a ground, but the problem is this kept getting chewed on. So they came up with the BX cable. They called it BX because it started in the Bronx, in New York, in the city, and it was to be prevented from being chewed on by the rats. So that's originally where all this metal jacketed cable from. Now we run something similar, but it's steel or aluminum jacketed, but it has a separate ground inside. This BX cable used the jacket for the ground. So if you short circuited, that overcurrent would travel on the jacket. Like I could tell right off the bat, this is recently added, but that recently could have been the 1970s, 70s or 80s, which is still 40 years ago, 50 years ago.
And is this panel a little bit more modern? Like this probably would have had.
This has been changed. This has been
that
changed.
would have had the screw in, possibly. Maybe
Oh,
at
yeah,
one
the
at one
fuses,
point, yeah.
For sure. Yeah, for sure. The original one would have been, and that would have been back in the 20s. We call them Edison-based fuses, because it's the same as a light bulb.
Oh, those are the screw-in ones that were at my dad's house.
Yep.
Yeah.
What were you thinking? They look like
The ones that look like a little shotgun shell that they stick
Yeah, we
in.
call those cartridge fuses. Push them in. But usually it was the little glass fuses because you can see them. In the older houses, you see how the service comes into the basement now. In the older houses, they ran the service into the attic of the building.
Right.
And there was this same panel. It would have been this big. It might have had 1 or 2 circuits on it. And it would have started in the attic and then run down through the house.
In episode 9, me and Patrick were playing with this panel a little bit. It's not connected. We faked it a little bit, but we have an appointment with the power company to disconnect the 100 amps, and then we're going to reconnect the 200 amps. We're going to upgrade the power in the house, get rid of that old panel, of course, and this is going to be the new panel. This is an Eaton panel, all Eaton breakers, all Eaton smart breakers. My threshold of pain is much higher now that I put this floor in. It was a pain point for me because of all the work it took, but I bit the bullet and we did it. So when it came time to deciding to fix this floor, the pain was gone and it was just a matter of making a practical decision. Floor was at a level by at least 4 inches. I wasn't going to try and shim all that. Start from scratch. Put in materials that look period. In 10 years, 15 years from now, the house is going to look like it was well kept original, although it's not going to be. It's going to have been partially restored with all this new material that looks old. Okay, we got our 6x6s. The last floor I did was 6x8s. They felt a little too overbuilt, but Mike's up to his old tricks putting the chalk there in his circ saw. But we were able to cut the pockets at each end of the beams and get them in place. The first one was a little bit of a struggle to decide which way to go, down the basement stairs or up through the house. We did the rest of them up through the house, as you'll see in just a minute. But this was a bit of a struggle to figure out the first one. You know what I say? You go to school on the first one. You know the house goes past the foundation wall on 3 sides, and this is over the earth. There was a lot of rocks and stuff in there from the previous floor. It didn't touch the earth. These are much thicker, so I had to clear out a lot of the rocks, smooth it, rake it flat. And since it's pouring rain out, I'm going to bring 4 of the beams inside and notch them and put them in place from inside the house. And here you can see that they're inside the house. They're very heavy, still 6 by 6. Now they're even heavier because they're soaking wet. But I also wanted to show you here, this is the basement stairwell coming down from outside. Ken had to seal up the gap that would have been made between the foundation wall and the bottom of the floor joists. So Ken sealed that all up. All right, that was episode 10 of the Graveyard House. More to come. I met a father and son team that do in-floor heating panels that holds the pipe. I'm going to be working with those guys. We just had a conversation last week and they came and met here. Got a frame down here. We got to define the bathroom over here, which is still a little mushy. Thank you for watching. I appreciate it. Check me out on Patreon for behind the scenes stuff. Thank you to Ken. Thank you to Patrick. And thank you to Mike. And thank you, Eaton. Thank you, Type On. See you guys in episode 11.